Can we talk about something that a lot of high performing women secretly pride themselves on? Being low maintenance, being easy to manage, not needing much, handling things quietly. It feels mature, it feels professional. But what if that exact trait is the reason leadership does not see you as the obvious next level leader? In this episode, we are talking about visibility, power, and why staying quiet about your value might be costing you more than you think. Welcome to Career Growth for Working Women. If you're ambitious, capable, and quietly carrying more than your role reflects, you're in the right place. I'm Shannon, promotion and compensation coach, and I help women fast track their next promotion by teaching them how to show their value so clearly leadership can't overlook them. Here, we talk about career advancement, visibility, burnout recovery, and building confidence without burning yourself out or shrinking to fit someone else's expectations. So grab your coffee or reheat it for the third time and let's get into it. I want to start with a question that might make you a little uncomfortable. Are you proud of being low maintenance at work? And I don't mean that sarcastically. I mean genuinely. Are you the one who handles things without drama? Who does not need constant reassurance? Who figures things out before they become problems? Are you the one who thinks, I do not need to be managed, just give me the goal and I will take care of it? For a lot of high performing women, that identity feels strong. It feels capable. It feels independent. It feels like leadership material. But here's the tension no one talks about. Low maintenance often becomes low visibility, and low visibility rarely gets promoted. When you solve problems quietly, leadership experiences the absence of issues. They do not experience your leadership. When you absorb dysfunction, leadership experiences stability. They do not experience your strategic thinking. When you take on extra work without naming it, leadership experiences results. They do not experience your expanded capacity. And over time, you become the person who can handle it. Reliable, dependable, trusted, but not necessarily seen as the next level leader. There is a big difference between being trusted to execute and being trusted to lead. Execution happens quietly. Leadership is visible. And for a lot of ambitious women, visibility feels uncomfortable. It feels like bragging. It feels like self promotion. It feels unnecessary. You might even tell yourself, if I'm good enough, they'll notice. But at higher levels, people are not promoted because they are quietly excellent. They are promoted because their value is easy to articulate. Because when someone says, why her? The answer comes quickly. And here's where it gets tricky. Many women have built their careers on being adaptable. You can flex, you can fill gaps, you can step in wherever needed. That makes you incredibly useful. But usefulness is not the same as positioning. If you're always the one adjusting to what the room needs, you rarely anchor the room. If you're always making it easier for everyone else, you are not forcing anyone to rethink how they see you. Low maintenance can quietly train leadership to expect less from you in terms of authority, not less work, less voice, less direction, less strategic weight. And I want to be clear, this is not about becoming louder or performative. It's about clarity. Because here's what often happens. You stay quiet about your contributions because you assume they are obvious. You do not correct assumptions because you do not want to seem difficult. You do not articulate your leadership impact because you assume results speak for themselves. But results without narrative get assigned to the team. Results with narrative get assigned to leaders. And that difference matters. And if your career feels slower than your capability, this might be part of the reason. You might not have a performance problem. You might have a visibility strategy that never evolved. And I know visibility can feel risky, especially for women who have been rewarded for being agreeable, steady, and easy to work with. Especially if you've ever been told you are intimidating or too direct or too ambitious. So the safer route becomes just keep delivering. But safety does not create acceleration. Clarity does. Visibility is not about being the loudest person in the room. It is about being clear about the value you bring and the level at which you operate. It is about making it easy for decision makers to connect your name with leadership level impact. If you are constantly making other people comfortable, you might be unintentionally making yourself invisible. And that is a painful realization because it means the very trait you are proud of could be slowing you down. But here's the relief. You do not need to change who you are. You do not need to become someone flashy or political. You need to stop assuming that silence equals humility and start recognizing that clarity equals leadership. You can be calm and visible. You can be steady and strategic. You can be thoughtful and clear about your value. Those things are not opposites. If you have built your identity around being low maintenance, I want to gently question this. Who benefits from you staying easy? And what would change if you allowed yourself to be more directional? Not demanding, but directional. There is a version of you who does not just handle things. She shapes things. And shaping requires voice. So this week, notice where you are staying quiet. Notice where you're over-functioning instead of articulating. Notice where you are assuming they know. Because at the next level, being low maintenance is not the goal. Being unmistakable is. Let that sit with you, and I will see you next time. If today's episode sparked something for you, a question, an idea, or a realization, don't ignore it. I offer promotion strategy calls where we walk through your current role, your goals, and how to position you for your next promotion or raise without burning out or overworking. You can book that call using the link in the description. And if this episode helped you, sharing it or leaving a quick review makes a bigger difference than you know. Until next time, keep showing your value clearly. You've earned it.